So let's start today's class. So once we open a putty, if you want to open a duplicate session, there are two options. One is new session and duplicate session. Right click on top, and if you want to click on a duplicate session, automatically the user will be considered as a root and it opens it. If you click on a new session, the new putty configuration opens. From here, we can able to log in. So RAM and password. So these are the steps. So what are the commands that we have discussed it on yesterday? How do we know that which commands we have discussed on yesterday? With help of history command. So with as part of here, so with the RAM account, what are the commands I run? So we discussed about PWD. What is the PWD? And mkdir, and we also discussed about the touch command, and we also discussed about cat command, and we also discussed about the cd command. So at high level, so ls is a command to display the list of files or folders which are available in current directory or from specified directory. What are all the important options of ls command? ls -lrt. L means long list format, by default in ascending order, R means reverse order, T means timestamp. So if you execute the ls-lrt, the recently modified file shows on down. Even we can also consider as created, or we can also consider as recently accessed or modified time, display it on down. I mean at the end. So then we do have a hyphen s option, hyphen s, capital S. Okay, then even we do have a few more options called hyphen capital R, hyphen capital Z. This hyphen capital R means recursive. Hyphen A means hidden files. What is the meaning of hidden files? So the hidden file means if any file. So if any file, if I'm trying to create with if I'm trying to create with dot, that we can call it as a hidden file. Even hidden file also we can able to store the data, and even we can also create a hidden directory. How do we create hidden directory? Mkdir dot test. If you execute -ls-l, you don't get hidden files. If you execute ls-la, it displays the hidden files as well. So dot, you are clear about what is dot and dot. Dot contains the details of a current directory, and dot contains the details of a parent directory, and dot aa, which is a hidden file starting with dot. And similarly, we're also having a dot bash profile and dot bash rc. So this also we need to be learn much more. It's time to learn about these commands as well, about these files, not about these are the important files. So as you know that whenever you create a account, so whenever if you create a new user, automatically the Unix allocates a default working directory and default working shell. If you want, we can also change it. If you want, we can also change it. Now consider, if your what are the different shells are available in our system? etc shells. If you we do have a sh bash, again these are the two shells are available. Along with that, we're also having corn shell, we're also having a she shell, we're also having ZSH, TCSS, different types of shells are available. If you want to know that what are the default what are the default working directory of you, or what are the default working directory of a user, or default working directory and default working shell, how do we get? So get ent, so pass wd, ram, so it will show you the details. So get entities from pass wd file of if the user called ram. This is straightforward. This is a one way. What is the default working directory for us? Bin by bash. I mean bin by bash is the shell, and home by ram is the default working directory. Whereas if you want to know that what are all the environment variables which are assigned to us, since Unix is a multi-user capability, so whenever the moment when you create a user, it allocates some predefined variables, predefined variables Those predefined variables, we can call it as environment variables. If we want to know what are all the environment variables which are assigned to us, we can use the command called env. And Unix is a case sensitive. So if I execute env, it displays the environment variables. If I execute capital Env, you don't get any output because Unix follows strictly case sensitive. So if your command is created as small letters, you have to pass it on small case. If it is a capital letter, capital letter. If it is a yeah, init cap, you have to pass init cap. So the way how you created, similarly you have to use it. Similarly you have to use it. Similarly, why I'm saying all those details are, so why we are discussing about this one. So if you go with env command, so we are getting shell, and we're also getting a terminal. We're also getting a user, and it's also showing it as a default working directory, and from which SSH connection details, and it also showing as multiple details. So and this is also a path. What is a path? So we are getting some default environment variables. So with help of env command, we can able to get it displays the environment variables which are allocated to a specific user, which are allocated to a specific user. So here the host name. What is the host name we connected? Learning is a host name, and terminal, and shell, host file, and user and path. So here you need to be remember about, here we need to remember about few important variables. So as you know that this is a variable, this is a value, variable name and value. So variable name and value, variable name and value. So in this env way, the moment when you run env command, all the predefined environment variable names are in capital letters. You have to remember that all predefined. So all predefined environment variables. So all environment variables, all environment variables names are in capital letters. Names are in capital letters. Capital letters. So here, which one you need to be remember? Mostly. Here, which one you want to remember? Mostly. So you want to remember about mainly what is a shell, and what is the user, and what the user variable, and log name variable, home variable, multiple variables, and even PWD also, present working directory as well. So the PWD and home. So if you change the present, if you change a directory, for example, if you change it to test. Now if you run that env variable, so if you run this environment variable, the pwd changes, the pwd changes, the pwd changes. The pwd always contains the directory details where you have where you have located, where you have located. Now, so you know what is a default shell? I mean, based while creating a user, according to the if you are not specifying, system allocates some default shell and a default working directory. So if you are specified, so even that will, I mean, if you want a con shell, we can change it. So if you want different working directory, you can change it. That is the different one. Now, so if your default shell is bourne shell, if your default shell is bourne shell, and if your default working directory is home by login name, so home by login name, by default system creates, by default system creates three by default system creates some by default system creates some hidden files, some hidden files. Some it creates few hidden files, few so hidden files. What are all those hidden files? These are all the hidden files. What is the default working directory? Home by ram. Under the home by ram, just remove this guys. So aa and test, we don't want this one, these are not. So under here, there will be, these are the two default directories, dot and dot dot, ignore about it. We know the meaning of this one. And it also creates dot bash history, dot bash logout, dot bash profile, dot bashrc. There are multiple files. If it is, so get ent. So here, if you want to search for any commands that you already executed, we can run control R. Control R means okay, recursive search. So what is our default shell? Okay, bash. If your default shell is bash, and if your default okay, if your working directory is okay, home by RAM, default working directory is home by RAM, under this directory, so okay, if it is a bash, it creates okay for it creates this many hidden files. Why do we require these hidden files are? So if I'm creating thousands of user on this system, the if I'm allocating all of them for bash shell, by default okay, these 6 directories will be, these 4 files and 2 directories will be created. 4 files and 2 directories will be okay created. So now what are the importance of this one? So if you execute, if your bond, if your shell is bond, then the file name contains .bashrc, and if it is okay con shell .kshrc, if it is a C shell related okay files. So based on the shell name appends okay starting, and the remaining file names are okay same. The remaining file names are same. So now if we run this .bhsrc, it contains okay, it is the intent of okay, these files are mainly about okay, this file. The intent of these files are, so what it does means, with the help of okay, this file, we can able to set some default environment variable. So some default environment variable whenever okay, if you can okay, add I mean with the help of this .bhsrc, with the help of this .bhsrc only we are getting our so default environment variables, what are trying to achieve here. So if -f, then okay, load okay, this file, and okay, load okay, this file. Whereas so if you go with okay, bash profile, it also contains the so profile information. So bash profile and bash rc, okay, bash rc are the two important files which you need to be okay remember. So with help of these two files, with help of okay, these two files, what are all the things we can achieve? So okay, it these above files helps us, so okay, helps a user okay, to get the environment variable, to get the environment variables which okay, okay, which related to a user. And second one is, it also helps us, it also okay, helps us, it also helps us, it also okay, helps us to add user defined variables. So it also okay, add okay, user defined variables. And okay, to run okay, to run okay, any predefined okay, any to run okay, any programs okay, when we connect or okay, establish a session. So what do you mean this one? Assume that so you are having some important okay, shell script. The moment okay, when you connect to a script, the moment when you establish a session, if you want to run that program, if you want to run that program immediately after okay, once your session is established, then you can come and add your details under .bshrc. Or for example, okay, if you want to declare a variable called okay, country, so country is equals to India. So you want to define this variable, or okay, you want to define this variable country is equals to India, or okay, name is equals to, so we can also define user defined variables can be either small letters or uppercase. Name is equals to okay, Ram. You want to define these variables, and you want to run these programs, you want to run this program, and assume that I want to okay, display some echo okay, echo welcome to okay, welcome to the Linux session, welcome to the Linux okay, session, welcome to the Linux session. So if you want to add okay, any customized variables, or if you want to run any customized okay, shells, if you want to execute any shell programs, the moment okay, when you initiate a session, those details we can come and okay, add on okay, this file. We can come and add on okay, these files. Okay, can come and add on okay, these files. So how it's going to okay, helps us is, so with help of okay, this variable, we are going to get our okay, we are going to load our default variable to load our okay, default variables which are system related. And if you want to okay, add any customized if you want to add if you want to run any customized programs or any variables and all, that also okay, we can add it on here. And okay, just okay, save this one. Just after that okay, save this file. After saving this file, So okay, then you can exit this session and okay, you can relaunch the session. You can exit the session or okay, relaunch the okay, session. So the moment okay, when you exit and relaunch the session, even okay, those variables also okay displays okay okay, I mean even okay, command not found. There are a couple of commands are not found. So welcome to this Linux session. So earlier okay, did we get this okay, welcome to Linux session? We didn't get, right? Now we are getting that okay sessions. So and even okay, I have also defined okay, few variables country and others. Even okay, they okay, even that will also okay, display it on okay, even that will also okay, add okay, as part of okay here. So va bash rc. So this is a variable. Then okay, you can also do the okay source this file name. So if you do the source, what it does means, so it will try to okay refresh the cache of environment variables. It will refresh the cache of say environment variables okay as well. Environment variables so okay as well. So okay, if okay, this is the so major okay, okay importance of okay this dot bash rc. So the moment okay when you connected, we are getting to the welcome to the Linux session, right? Even we can also add okay, we can also add the same details on. We can also add okay same details on dot profile okay as well. Dot profile. So dot profile okay as well. So export path and okay even if you want to display so country, so country is equals to so India and okay name is equals to so okay Vijay or okay Ram. So okay export. So okay export okay okay export so country and okay export name. So this is the syntax to declare a variable and export a okay, variable. So if you want to okay, refresh this profile and again okay source dot bash okay rc dot bash so rc. So these kind of okay operations we can able to perform. So okay by using this okay by using this okay that is the important of okay, that is the important of so the name is equals to okay Ram. So we are getting the name is equals to Ram and okay, we'll also get okay country. So country is equals to India. So the variable name is displayed and country is also going to be okay displayed. Those are the and even if you want to run any shell programs, if you want to run okay, any shell programs, even those shell programs also we can able to okay even those shell programs also we can able to okay we can able to load by using this okay, by using this okay these files. So that's why these are the two important files okay, which are helpful to customize okay to customize okay to customize okay to customize the okay to customize the okay to customize our okay, working session to customize our so working session. So 1 minute. So so you understand about okay these two files, right? Dot profile. So how do we get that hidden files? We can able to get the hidden files by using ls-la. So if you want to display only the hidden files, those hidden files, this is the syntax to get the hidden files. You know what is the meaning of L long list format? A means okay all hidden files. D means only the directories. Dot star, which means that anything which is okay ending with okay dot and star, those details we are going to okay display as part of okay this Linux command. And okay even we learn about the source command. Okay, a source is a one of the very important command where if you want to refresh the environment variables, so you just execute the source that file name, it will try to refresh the cache, it will try to refresh the cache or environment variables of okay environment variables of a specific okay of specific okay a specific okay activity. And okay the similar way we're also having a dot bash logout. So if you want to log out, we can also okay run this one and okay bash history also. So whatever the commands okay we are executing, all those commands are okay storing it on okay this file. So if it is a conn shell, the name of the file will be okay changed. If it is a C shell, the name of the files will be okay changed. The name of the files will be okay changed. So, and one more thing you need to be remember one more point, and okay, here env is okay path. So the path is also very very important variable. So what is the intent of a path? The path means whenever you perform any operations, whenever you perform any operations on Unix, all your commands, assume that you are running a command called cat or okay, ls or whatever the commands you know, pwd. So whatever the commands, okay, you whatever the operations you are going to perform, are mainly commands we are going to perform. All those commands or all those executable programs, okay, evaluate on all these directories. So here a path is a colon delimited directory. A path is a colon delimited okay, directory. So okay, path. What is a path? Okay, it's a colon delimited okay directory, delimited okay directory, delimited okay directory. So whenever you run any commands or whenever you perform, if you are trying to use any predefined libraries or predefined libraries or commands, all will be evaluated or all will be validated through this through this folders. So for example, I'm running a pwd command. The moment when you run a pwd command, first it checks whether this command is available on this folder or not. If yes, then okay, run it. If it is not available, okay, this folder. If it is not available, this folder. If it is not available, this folder. It will try to run okay this command. It will try to validate. It will try to okay identify whether this command is available on any of these directories. Whichever the directory it founds this command, it will okay it initiate that it initiate or it invoke that program, and it will display the okay, results. Whereas for example, I am trying to execute capital pwd. So when do we get the command not found, command not found? So the after completion of, it will try to evaluate whether this command is available on okay this directory, this directory, this directory, this directory. It didn't found okay the command pw capital D on any of okay these locations. So hence okay you get this command not found exception. So even if you want to add anything, so even if you want to add anything to that okay, existing okay to this path, we can also okay add it. How can we add it? Echo. So okay, I mean just okay, we can just use path is equals to dollar okay path, which means that. So I will tell you later what is a dollar and all. So assume that I want to add okay one extra folder. So one extra okay I want to add okay one extra folder, and okay even okay inside that okay I want to add so I want to add okay test one also. So just okay run this command. Now again go ahead and run the env command. So you run the env command. So these are the appended okay directories, right? These are the appended directories, right? It will try to check. So what it does means, so the intent of okay running the above command is, so in future, if you are going to create any shell programs or any programs that you are going to create, and if you don't want to pass any path, and if you want to run those programs without passing a exact fully qualified or fully qualified address, we can able to run our program. So which means that, so adding our folder to the existing path variable. So how it's going to help us is, you need not to, so going forward, so you need not to pass a path to run your programs, or okay, either any shell programs or java programs. Without of passing a path, we can okay, run that. That is the in advantages of okay, this path variable. So here what are the things we learn? So okay, if you want to know that what is your default shell, how do we get the default shell? There are different ways to get the default shell. Get command is there, env command is available. There is another command called okay grep command with okay, searching with passwd. These are the three ways. If your default shell is bash, and you need with help of get command, we can able to get what is your default working directory and default shell. So you need to go to that okay, default working directory and run ls-lad dot star. There will be having a two hidden files. One is dot ba dot rc and okay dot okay profile. So what is the intent of .rc dot profile? To add our customized variables or to run a customized programs the moment when you establish a session, the moment when you establish a connection. That is the intent of this one. Or in future, if you have added any commands or if you want to refresh the cache, we can also use the source command. We can also use the source command. So I hope it's clear for everyone about this one. So any doubts on here? So we learn about we learn about what are the hidden files and what are the default hidden files, where they locate, what are the advantages of that, and how to refresh the cache, and how do we get the environment variables. So I hope it's clear for everyone. So any doubts?
No, no.
No, right? Now, now we have created we know how to create a file, we know how to create a directories. Now, so while creating a file or directory, by default, according to the, whenever you are trying to create a file, so it always read get ent, get ent pass wd ram. So what are the default properties of this guy? This is the not only for getint command, we use it for several operations. What is the default username? I mean, the what is the default ID of this guy? 1000. And what is the group ID? 1000. So based on these two properties, based on these two variables, the owner of the file and the group of the file will be created. Okay, you will get it by default. And so there is a another value called umask. Based on the umask, based on the value of umask and the values of values of that property, the output of this guy. So the owner of the file, the group of the file, and permissions will be by default created. So in Unix, you need to remember two things. These are the universal statements. You need to be remember always. So as per Unix or Linux, as per Unix or Linux, as per Unix or Linux, the standard file permissions are the standard file permissions are the standard file permissions are 666, and standard and so and standard directory permissions are 777, and standard directory permissions are 777. So these standard file or directory permissions, standard file or directory permissions, directory or file permissions, permissions, permissions will be subtracted. So these are the standard file according to the whoever is invented the Unix, they came up with from their laboratories, they came up with that. So whenever you try to create a file, so these are the standard files, these are the standard directory permissions. Standard files and standard directory permissions are 666 and 777. What do you mean by 666? What do you mean by 777? Yeah, as you know that there are total three permissions we are having. One is read, and write, and execute. So the weightage of read is 4, and the weightage of write is 2, and the weightage of execute is 1. So what is the total weightage? Total weightage is 7. And so in Unix, the symbolically the read permissions we represent as R, and write permissions we represent as W, and execute permissions we represent as X. So the user of the the owner of the file, we symbolically we represent as A. So G means group, and O means others. O means others. O means others. Symbolically, so how do we define the read permissions? Are owner, the option called A. Write means W or group means okay others. Execute means okay I mean okay, X. So others we qualify it as a okay O. Others we qualify it as a okay O. So, so these are the standards. These are the okay standards. So, what are the meaning of okay triple six and triple seven? Triple six means, as I told you that. So the first field. Okay, for example, if you take this okay triple six, so from left to right. So left to right. So left to right. Okay, first six. Okay, first six represents the permissions of okay permissions of okay read and okay, okay represent the permissions of owner, represents the permissions of okay owner, permissions of okay owner. So okay first okay six. So from left to right first character or okay first digits or okay first digit okay represents the permissions of owner. And okay then second okay digit, second okay digit represents the permissions of okay group. And okay the last digit represents the permissions of okay, permissions of others. So can somebody tell me what is the meaning of okay triple six? Okay, six is a combination of six means. So okay, what is the okay six means? 4 plus 2. So 4 plus 2 means 6 means 4 plus 2, right? So the combination of 4 plus 2 we can call it as a the sum of 4 plus 2 is
Read,
okay 6. We can consider
read
as
and write.
read and okay read and so write permissions, read and write permissions. Similarly, the six means read and write. Similarly, six means read and write permissions. So by default, so why are we not getting the execute permissions? So in Unix, there is a difference between the standard file and executable program. So what are the differences between the standard? Difference between file and program. A file means where you are going to store some raw data, some data, whereas some context we are going to okay, save. Whereas the program is it is having some okay it is having some okay logic and algorithm. If you run that program you will get some output. If you take a calculator, so if you take a calculator, when you run a calculator, so calculator, if you run if you execute 5 plus 2 you will get output as okay 2, which means that it is having some okay, logic inside that, and it is throwing some it is displaying some output. So that's why, so whenever you create a file, so you by default you don't require execute permissions, which means that okay all files are not by default a file cannot become as a program until unless it is having a some valid logic, until unless it is having some valid logic. So they have removed the execute permissions on file while creating a standard file. That's why they have issued the triple six for a file, and okay triple seven. Why do we require the triple seven execute permissions? So execute permissions for triple seven means, what is the meaning of triple seven? The sum of 4 plus 2 plus 1 become as a 7, which means that, so 7 means read write execute. So obviously a directory required okay triple seven permissions okay standardly by default. What is the intent? So if you are not having a execute permissions, we can't able to switch from one location to another locations. Okay, execute permissions means, so if you want to switch, if you want to execute the cd commands and all, we required execute permissions. So that is also a, execute permission. So for that, so they are going to issue the execute permissions for a directory. Now, this standard okay, file or directory permissions. So okay, directory permissions, okay, so permissions subtract from umask value. So umask is a, so umask contains, what is a umask? Umask is a property where the okay, umask contains. So okay, the intent of the okay, umask is, so if you go with okay, umask is a, with the help of umask we can able to okay define the default we can define the default file or directory permissions, default file or directory okay permissions, file or directory okay permissions. So by default the umask value is okay 0 okay double 2, 0 okay double 2, 0 okay double 2. So okay, how do we get the default okay umask value? just okay type umask and enter. You will get 0002. You will get 0002 okay 2. So the meaning of that, okay, the meaning of okay umask is user file creation okay mode mask. The meaning of okay umask is user file creation file creation mode okay mask. Mainly the intent of the purpose of okay this umask is, the main intent of the umask is to set a permissions okay, to set a default permission when you create a new file or directory. Okay, when a user creates a new file or okay directory, new file or okay directory. So what is the default umask value? 000 okay 2, 000 okay 2. Okay, I mean ignore about okay first zero, that is for different purpose. So okay 000 okay 2, 000 okay 2. So now this 0002 okay subtract from this 0002 okay subtract from standard directory or okay file permissions, standard directory or okay file permissions. Subtract from standard subtract from okay standard okay standard file okay permission. So which means that the moment when you create a file, so 666 minus okay 022. So okay 666 okay 666 meanings of okay 0 okay double two, 0 okay double two. So what is the output of this guy? 644. So you will get it output as a 6 okay double four. Similarly 777 022. So the directory you will get it as a 7 okay double five, which means that so whenever you create a new file or directory, whenever you create a new file or directory, by default a file get 644 permissions. By default okay directory gets 644 okay permission. Whereas a directory get 755 permissions. 755 means first seven is, I mean, from left to right, first digit is for the owner, then group and others. Seven is a combination of read, write, execute. A five is a combination of read and okay, execute, and six means read and okay, write. Six means read and okay, write. So now let's see that. For example, okay, touch, okay, A. So can you go on mute, please? So, okay, here we are going to get, okay, we are going to get, so what is the default value of our UMask? So we are having a, okay, I mean, by default it is 022. For us, okay, it is 002. For us, it is a 002. Since it is 002, so, okay, for us, okay, I mean, by default it is 022, right? So for us, okay, it is, okay, 022. So 0, okay, double two. So 022 minus, so okay, 666 minus okay 022. So okay, we'll get it as okay double okay 6 okay 4. Whereas okay 777, 1 minute. So I mean okay for us, so we are having a 777 minus 0 double 02. So we'll get it as 77 okay 5. Now so ls hyphen okay l, and similarly mkdir okay t. Now ls hyphen l. So now observe it very carefully. So umask. What is the umask value of here? 0 double 02. So 002 means, so okay obviously okay, 666 minus 022 you will get as a 664. So 777 minus okay 022 okay 002 will get as okay 775. So here owner got read and write, and okay group got read and write, so others got read permissions. Similarly for directory, owner and a group got okay, 7 permissions, and others got only read and okay execute. And I can also change the okay, umask value as, for example, I can also mention okay, umask value as okay 444. Now go ahead and run the umask value. What is the value of umask value now? 444. What is the umask value of triple now? 444. Now if I create a new directory, so if I create a directory T4, I'm just for understanding purpose, and okay touch okay T4, what kind of permissions okay will get it now? ls-lrt. ls hyphen, so okay, lrt. So we're also having a touch. So okay, touch okay, touch okay, a4, touch a4, ls hyphen lrt. So now if you run this command, so what is the umask value now? What is the umask value? 444. So if you subtract okay, 444, so for example now, what are the standard permissions we are having? 666. So 666 minus okay, 444. 666 minus 444, the permissions are okay, 222. Again similarly 777 minus 444. So what is the permissions? So okay, we'll get a 666 minus 444. What is the value of 666 minus 444? So 7 minus okay, 4. So okay, here we'll get it as okay, 3. 3 means okay, double 3. So double 3 is a combination of, so write and okay, execute, write and okay, execute, write and okay, execute. And okay, okay, 2 means is a combination of okay, right. 2 is a combination of okay, right. So now go ahead and run this okay, now check that one. So the T4 directory got WX. So write and execute for owner and group and even others also, because we set it as 444, right? So everyone got the same results. And if the file, what is the permissions we got? Okay, what is the permissions we got? Okay, write permissions for everyone, write permissions for everyone. Whereas if I change okay, umask value as okay, 777. So if you create okay, if you create okay, file called okay, a7 and okay, mkdir okay, okay, t7. So now you can see the differentiations. So now there are no permissions for anyone. There are no permissions for anyone. So all of them are okay, zero permissions. We don't have any so permissions. We don't have any permissions. For example, if I try to switch the directory, so I will get as a permission denied exception. I will get it as a permission denied. So exception. Permission denied exception. Okay, we will get it. So we'll get as a permission denied exception. So permissions plays a key role. So CD T7. For example, if I try to okay, execute okay, cat okay, A7. So for cat A7 also will get as a permission denied okay, exception. Permission denied okay, exceptions. So so according to the, so here you need to be remember that the default directory or file permissions managed by the keyword called umask. Umask is a property. Umask is a okay, property. So what is the default umask value? Okay, 002 or okay, 022. So whatever the okay, value. So then standard file permissions are, the standard file permissions are 666, and standard file permissions the standard directory permissions are okay, standard directory permissions are okay, 777. Okay, then the default okay, umask value is okay, 0 okay, 22. So accordingly you are going to get okay, accordingly you are going to get the, so now for example, so if I okay, if I switch to some other okay, shell sh, now if you run the umask value, the umask value will be same. And okay, if I just exit and again okay, for example, if I just exit and again reconnect again one more time, so this time the umask value will be okay, changed. This time the umask value will set it as a default. So okay, umask umask. Now okay, okay, 0 the okay, 002, that is the default setting what we are having, but the default umask value is 0 okay, 22 according to the okay, standards. Now so any doubts on okay here? So any doubts on okay here? So because we are going to learn a very very important command which is called, so which is called chok mode, which is called a chok mode. Ch mode is a command. Chok mod. Ch mod means okay, change mode, okay, change okay, mode of okay, privileges. So Unix allows us to change the, Unix allows us to change the permissions of file or directory after okay, I mean after successful creation of a file or directory. So if you want to change the permissions, that can be achieved by using this chmod command. That can be achieved by using this chmod command. The syntax of okay, chmod is, so okay, chmod, chmod permissions, then okay, file name. Permissions, file name, or okay, directory, okay, name. For directory, okay, name. Or we can also use the options. We can also use the options. We can also use options. So chmod, so options, permissions, so permissions, okay, then okay, file name. So we can issue the permissions, okay, we can issue the permissions either by using a numeric format. So we can issue permissions using okay, numeric format, or okay, by using okay, symbols, by using okay, by using okay, symbols. Okay, symbols means by using characters, by using the okay, characters. These are the two ways to okay, change the permissions. Two ways to change the permissions. First we'll try to learn about okay, how to issue the permissions by using the okay, numeric mode. As you know that, okay, read, the weightage of read is 4, weightage of write is 2, and execute is 1. So now if we are going to issue the permissions by using okay, numeric format, okay, if you are going to issue the permissions by using numeric format, first you need to understand, first we need to okay, analyze, first we need to analyze what are the permissions a file or folder a file or folder contains, and okay, their weightage. So based on the new requirement, either we need to subtract, or we need to okay, add to the okay, we need to okay, add to the existing okay, existing okay, numbers. What do you mean by this one? So now so let me okay, do okay, one operation, so that okay, we'll come to know. Well, let me run okay, one a command, we'll come to know. Now ls hyphen okay, l, so ls hyphen okay, l, let's go to okay, test. So here, so we do have a files. Now, so there is a file called A. What are the permissions of the okay, file A? Read, write, and read. And which means that the owner of the file contains 6. The group of the, I mean, owner and group contains the weightage of 6. And other contains the weightage called okay, 4. Now, on this existing file, if somebody gave a requirement that, so can you add, so can you provide read permissions okay, to the okay, to the others, okay, remove okay, write permissions, okay, remove okay, write permissions okay, from group, and okay, add okay, execute permissions, and add okay, execute permissions. Then okay, for owner of the file, okay, issue execute okay, permissions. So now what is the requirement for okay, others? What is the weightage of okay, others? What is the weightage of others? 4. So write existing. So existing okay, weightage of this guy is, for others are 4. For others are okay, 4. What is our ask? Can you provide? So can you provide or add read permissions to the okay, read permissions to others. It's already having a read permissions, right? So if you want to okay, add for example okay, or along with along with execution, along with okay, execute. So this guy is already having a read permissions, okay, read permissions. Just keep it as okay, 4 as it is. Now this, I mean, as of now we don't have a execute. So now 4 plus okay, 1, what is the weightage of this guy? 5. Now, so okay, group. So the group, what are the permissions we are having? Okay, okay, remove the right permissions. What are the permissions as of now? What is the weightage of this guy is having? 4 plus 2, okay, 6. Which permissions, okay, you want to remove now? Okay, right permissions. Okay, 6 minus 2, okay, 4. Okay, 4. Then I am going to ask you that add the execute permissions. Okay, plus, okay, 1. So it will be, okay, 5. Now, so for the owner of the file, issue the execute permissions. What are the issue? Execute issue means add. Or okay, okay, file add execute permissions. Now, what are the existing permissions of owner? Okay, 6. What I am trying to ask? My ask is plus, okay, 1. So 7. Now, so your okay, weightage of this command is 755. So the syntax of this guy is chmod 755a 755a. That's it. Now go ahead and run the command. Now you'll get rwx, rx and rx. According to your requirement, you are going to change the okay, permission. Whereas okay, similarly, so okay, for example, let's consider okay, let's take it as okay, let's take it as okay, this file okay, a7. Let's take it as okay, the file called okay, a7. So for this okay, for this file, so okay, for this file, okay, I want to issue okay, now for this file, I want to okay, issue. So the file or directory same. There are no okay change for okay the one. Now can you provide read and okay, can you okay add read and okay execute. So read and okay execute and okay remove if they have right permissions, if they have right. Similarly, okay, remove, can you read and write, okay, for group and others, for group and others. So issue all permissions, okay, for owner of the file, for owner of the, okay, file, for owner of the, okay, file, for owner of the, okay, file. So in this case, so how are you going to, okay, achieve it? Now, for okay, for group and others, so what as of now we're having zero for both of guys. Now I'm going to say that read. Can you add okay add read and execute permissions? What is the weightage of okay read 4 plus so 4 plus 1 5. This 5 is for so group and other. Issue all permissions for so okay, permissions okay for owner of the file. All permissions means 4 plus 2 plus okay 1. So it will be okay 7. So in your case our syntax will be 7 okay 5 5 okay 7 5 5 okay 755. So chmod 755. So okay 755 a7. Now ls-l, so you will get it as same permissions. And mistakenly, so consider that, so mistakenly if you are not passing the third digits or if you are only passing the, so as part of your requirement, so you okay, I mean for example as part of your requirement you got that you got requirement that, so okay they haven't provided okay this requirement, they only okay they only requested us to issue all permissions for the existing file. So in this case if you feel that, so if you are not passing the existing, if you are not passing in this method, so if there is no requirement for group and others, so then okay, you have to okay you have to pass that. For example if you run this one, so the command of chmod 7 how it will okay how it will be converted as, it will convert it as so chmod 007, so chmod 00 okay 7. Now go ahead and run this, right? So now which one, a7, right? So for the a7 owner and group is not having any permissions, others are having the okay, all permission, which is incorrect. Your command is incorrect. So you must always pass 3, you must always pass 3. If there is no requirement, so just okay add the existing permissions as it is. For example assume that, see if I pass it as okay 7 okay 7 okay a7, so this will be converted as, so this will be converted as 077. This will be converted as okay 077. If you check on this one, so owner and group and others are having permissions, our owner is not having it. That's why, so when you are issuing the chmod command, you don't get any exception, but you must have to, so okay you must have to, so okay pass the existing okay weightage. If there is no requirement on if there is no requirement. So of the okay of group and others, you must have to pass it. Even it's the same for the owner also. Yeah, as part of requirement, you got it. So ensure to get a required okay, to maintain the existing privileges as it is, and okay, to adopt the new changes, you must always pass okay 3 digits. You must always pass the okay 3 digits. Okay. So any doubts on okay here?